podcast. Let me share my screen with you. It was fantastic. It's from one of the co-founders of Anthropic, Mr. Jack Clark, actually, right? Yeah, Mr. Jack Clark. And folks, being an AI, we often kind of lose sight of sometimes that bigger picture. So I'm going to share with you some really interesting things today, just really briefly, next couple minutes here, because he came across. I'll pull up the transcript actually, because what he said was actually really, really profound. And I can say that just in my own personal life, um, if I exercise this one specific area in my life, things are a lot better, right? So it was a podcast. It's called Hard Fork. I was recommended to listen to this podcast from our friends over at Macon, actually at Marketing AI Institute, Paul Raitzer and Mr. Mike Kaput. They have referenced this specific podcast several times. This one was from Ezra Klein, actually is interviewing Mr. Jack on this one. And I will pull up the actual transcript here. Hang on one second here. So let me go ahead and grab that. In case you don't know who that is, this is Mr. Jack here. So he has a very British accent. So his voice, I didn't even know what he looked like, to be quite frank with you. Apparently, I've just never come across it. But he has this very British accent, which is fantastic to listen to, by the way. So it's definitely worth listening to the entire podcast because there's a lot of really good nuggets in there. Plus, you can find out, really good insights in terms of direction, thought process, and he even has some great book recommendations at the end. So those of us like to read books and things like that. The specific actual podcast itself was, let's see, they don't number the podcasts. But if you do a search, it was on March 27th. Ezra Klein show how fast will AI agents rip through the economy. The one quote, the one transcript element that I want to share with you, and I'm just going to basically read it full stop because it was just so profoundly good. Okay, let's see. So it says it's probably about I'm thinking about halfway or 3/4 way through the entire podcast, I think. It says, you've got young kids as I do. I'm curious how you think about what it means, how it will shape our personalities to be in these constant conversations. And this is where it starts to get really interesting. Some really tangible nuggets in here for you. This is maybe my number one worry about all of this. If you discover yourself in partnership with the AI system, you are uniquely vulnerable to all the failures of that AI system. And not just failures, but the personality of the AI system will shape you. Kind of the old adage, right? Surround yourself with your friends, and things like that. Those personalities, those types, those attitudes are going to kind of mirror themselves onto you, right? Map themselves onto you. If you haven't, I'm going to sound very Californian here. Even though I'm from England, it's soaked its way into my brain. You have to know yourself and have done some work on yourself. I think to be effective in being able to critique how this AI system gives you advice. And so for my kids, and again, this is Mr. Jack saying this, for my kids, I'm going to encourage them to just have a daily journaling practice from an extremely young age. Because my bet is that in the future, there will be two types of people. There will be people who have co-created their personality through back and forth with an AI, and some of that will just be weird. They will seem a little different to like regular people, and there will maybe be problems that creep in because of that. And there will be people who have worked on understanding themselves outside the bubble of technology and then bring that as context with their interactions. That is so profoundly good. So, just that daily activity of journaling and reflecting on what's going on in that gray matter up in your head and how you're, kind of looking at your own life from that outside, right? In terms of evaluation, even writing things out that are upsetting you, bugging you, things to celebrate, right? Truths. Some of us use that time for Bible study time and just, kind of giving that up to prayer and discerning guidance from the guy upstairs, especially in this Easter celebration time. But that was just a really profoundly good tip. Journaling, taking that methodical kind of stop and assess every single day is a tip that, guys, you really need to be implementing. I find if I stop doing that, things start to go off the rails on a regular basis. And I just start running faster and faster. And I don't even have time to take inventory of what's going on. So great tip from Mr. Jack Clark over at Anthropic. Hope that helps you guys. Leave your comments in there, share, like. If there's anything that you do on a regular practice that's good, fascinating, that would be helpful, by all means, feel free to share that out. Have a great Good Friday and a happy Easter, everyone. And we will talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.